Greetings everyone. You're watching the channel Aviation Obsession. Back in the day, the Airbus A340 made a big splash in the aviation world. It was a game changer for Airbus, as they entered the quad jet market and gave their rivals some serious competition. While production for the aircraft ended in 2011, it's still flying high with a number of airlines today. So, in this video, we'll talk about the rise and fall of the Airbus A340. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon for future uploads. Without further ado, let's get started. It all began with Airbus's successful A300 and A320 aircraft. The A300, introduced in 1972, was a twin-engine wide-body marvel, while the A320, born in the early 1980s, impressed as a twin-engine, narrow-body beauty. However, there was a gap in the market dominated by the American-made Boeing 737, leaving limited options for non-European alternatives. Nonetheless, Airbus, with the A320 project underway, saw an opportunity to compete in the larger wide-body aircraft segment. Taking on Boeing and the popular 747 became a golden opportunity. The big question was whether to go with a twin-engine or a four-engine design. Twin-engine planes faced restrictions at the time, such as limitations on their distance from diversion airports, which concerned many airlines. When deciding between a twin-engine or quad-engine design, Airbus had internal debates. They eventually developed two aircraft, the A330, a twin jet, and the A340, a quad jet. This allowed them to meet customer preferences and save costs by developing both simultaneously. The A330 had a range of 3,300 nautical miles, while the A340 could fly up to 6,830 nautical miles. Airbus achieved time and cost savings by sharing components like the fuselage, wing systems, and flight deck. This approach, along with utilizing designs from previous successful aircraft, enabled Airbus to bring two aircraft types to market faster and more affordably. The A330 and A340 share a stretched fuselage based on the A300, with fly-by-wire controls inherited from the A320. What sets the A340 apart is its larger wing and unique middle-rear landing gear. Unlike most heavy aircraft with two main gears, the A340 has an extra gear. In terms of capacity and range, the A340 outperforms the A330. For example, the A340-500 can carry 293 passengers across 9,000 nautical miles, while the -600 accommodates 380 passengers over 7,550 nautical miles. What made the A340 stand out was its four-engine configuration, which gave it an advantage for longer overwater flights. Before the introduction of ETOPS, or Extended Range Twin-Engine Operational Performance Standards, which allowed twin-engine planes to fly further from diversion airports, the A340 enjoyed more flexibility in route planning. While the A300 received an ETOPS extension, the aircraft was not subject to these restrictions, giving airlines more options. The A330 and A340 programs were launched in June 1987 with an impressive order of 130 aircraft from 10 airlines. The A340 took its first flight on October 21, 1991, but encountered wing warping issues during testing. Modifications were made to strengthen the wings. In December 1992, the aircraft received European certification, followed by FAA certification in May 1993. Lufthansa was the first to receive the aircraft on February 2, 1993, and it entered service on March 15. The A340 series includes four variants. The -200, introduced in 1987, has a capacity of 303 passengers in a typical two-class layout. The -300, also launched in 1987, has a longer fuselage and can accommodate 335 passengers. It became popular, with 218 deliveries. An enhanced version called the -300E featured better engines and upgraded avionics. The -500 and -600, developed in the late 1990s, offered increased capacity and range compared to the original models. The -500, launched in March 2003 by Emirates, focused on extended range, offering an impressive capacity similar to the -300 but with a range of 9,000 nautical miles. It held the record for the highest range until it was surpassed by the A350 ULR. On the other hand, the -600 emphasized capacity, with a passenger capacity comparable to the Boeing 747 and added cargo space. It became the longest aircraft in service at the time, outstretching the A380, and the -600 was more popular than the -500, with 97 deliveries compared to 32. Airbus aimed to replace older quad jets like the Boeing 707 and Douglas DC-8 by introducing advanced technology. The A340 gained traction when issues arose with the MD-11, prompting airlines like Singapore Airlines to switch their orders to the A340 due to concerns about range and fuel efficiency. In total, 377 aircraft were delivered to 48 airlines, making it a significant player in the aviation industry. This aircraft has been widely adopted by various airlines, with Lufthansa being the largest operator, having ordered 59 aircraft. Iberia received its Dash 300 in 1996 and its Dash 600 in 2003. They initially ordered 3 larger aircraft to replace their aging Boeing 747-300 fleet. Over time, they operated a total of 18 Dash 600s, with 16 purchased and 2 leased. However, in June 2020, Iberia confirmed the retirement of its entire A340 fleet. Virgin Atlantic has extensively used the A340 for long-haul flights. Their A340 journey began in April 1993 with the Dash 300, followed by the Dash 600 in August 2002. They operated a total of 29 aircraft, bidding farewell to their last 3 aircraft in April 2020. Singapore Airlines initially chose the MD-11 but switched to the A340 due to the MD-11's limited range. They bought 17 A340-300s in 1996 for long-haul routes that didn't require the capacity of a Boeing 747. Air France operated 14 300s from 1993 until their final A340's retirement in May 2020. Cathay Pacific leased 4 200s in 1994 and later ordered the Dash 300 in 1996. They operated a total of 24 A340s, including the Dash 600, through leases which was retired in 2009. And the Dash 300s were phased out by 2015. Emirates had 10 Dash 500s in their fleet and retired the last one in 2016. They also operated 8 Dash 300s, although these were not directly ordered from Airbus. When the A340 was launched, it aimed to overcome restrictions on twin-engine aircraft. However, as technology advanced, these restrictions were gradually lifted, allowing twin-engine jets like the Boeing 777 and Airbus A350 to operate with fewer limitations. Airlines have favored twin-engine aircraft due to their cost-effectiveness in terms of acquisition, maintenance, and operation. The Boeing 777 emerged as a strong competitor to the A340, offering efficiency benefits with similar passenger capacities. In 2011, Airbus announced the end of the A340 program as it struggled to compete against twin-engine alternatives in a high fuel price environment. As of July 2020, only 35 operators remain, with just 8 of them having more than 5 A340 aircraft in their fleets. The shift towards twin-engine aircraft and the changing industry landscape have impacted the A340's presence in the aviation world. It may be tempting to label the A340 a failure, but that doesn't fully explain its story. The quad jet served its purpose in its time, but circumstances have significantly changed, leading to its rapid downfall. What are your thoughts on the Airbus A340? Have you enjoyed flying in it? Let us know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please press the like button and remember to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to leave a comment below if you have any suggestions or a certain topic to discuss for the next video.